ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the National Youth Football Cheer Association. I was told we should say that more often. The NYFCA, not just the acronym, but the actual what it stands for. So National Youth Football Cheer Association. Game of the week, show of the week. My name is Vince DeLisio. This is my broadcast partner, league commissioner of the NYFCA, Jason Hirsch. Jason, I thought, well, first of all, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Vince. Great to see you.
Great to see you, too. Thank you very much. So I thought what we could do at this point in the season, we're a little over halfway through the season. Maybe what we can do in this opening segment, aside from giving a preview of what's to come today, we could talk a little bit about your assessment of where we are at this midpoint.
You know, I'd love to do that because, what we're creating here at NYFCA is one of a kind. You know, no one else is really doing this.
Yeah.
And this means everything we do is new. And, I like to use the term we fail forward. Use this.
Did you say fail forward?
That's right.
Fail. Okay,
fail
good.
Forward.
All right, that's positive. Go ahead.
And the reason why is because it's all building blocks. And everything that we're doing, we're all learning.
Yeah.
It's our staff here. It's the families. It's the coaches. It's the referees. It's the schools. The logistics of tackle football. It's just astounding, really, what truly goes into this. And it just adds more validity to how important, Vince, what I feel at NYFCA and our community pulling together does for our children, these athletes that are playing, because this is why we're doing it, Vince. So if we always are keeping that in front of us, that it's for the kids, it's for their platform, and as long as we continue to lead by putting them first and our volunteers first, this is going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to fight to make this work, and we have the full support of our teams, the schools, and everyone around us. It's just been awesome.
Let's talk some specifics. So let's go back to the beginning of the season. We opened the season, very first game, it was X Factor and Argonauts. Remember that middle school game? Yeah, it was a big game, and far and away victory for the Argonauts. X Factor came back, though. It was a great study in perseverance. They battled throughout the season and really displayed a lot of charisma. I don't know if that's if that could be applied here, but a lot of poise and teams like that. So give me some specifics that you can hang your hat on, that you can share with our audience of some great things that you've seen, and also some things that we can kind of go back and view as opportunities for improvement.
Yeah, it's a great question. And man, thinking back, X Factor Argos, God, that seems like almost a full year ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
First, before we kind of get into the players, first I want to talk about the schools. Being able to play at these amazing facilities, Arcadia High School, Paradise Valley High School, Chaparral High School. We've even been able to introduce Buckeye Union High School, which we're going to be out this week. We have staff that's taking time away from their families to be there on the weekends. So it wouldn't even be possible if we didn't have this staff. So it's just seeing what goes on behind the scenes, even in at the high schools, is really important. Working with the school districts, just grateful for those opportunities. But coming to the players and the coaches, what I've seen with them is a shift from our players and our coaches. And guys, I'm just so grateful for what you guys are doing. They're coming to me saying, "Hey, we see what NYFC is about. We see what impact this does for our kids. We see how we need to change how we approach a game, how the referees approach a game, how we need to prepare for the games." So the stage is elevating everyone. And I'm glad you brought up X Factor Argos, Vince, because they are getting better. All our teams are driving and getting better. We're seeing better football. We're seeing more competitive games out of our top teams, which is exactly what we saw today. Or I'm sorry, what we should see in this upcoming week. And it's just been really grateful to have the support of all the teams and organizations.
What's on your wish list of things looking forward for the fall season?
Wish list. I really want to get this tournament series off the ground. I think it's going to be just awesome. I'm getting phone calls from so many other organizations and teams that want to be a part of it. The teams that are currently helping build us or build NYFCA as we are right now, they're on board. They're all in. And they're constantly working with us to get better, and that's what it's all about, to put these kids first. But getting this tournament series off, if we can truly get 16 teams in each division, we're going to do something that hasn't happened in youth sports, at least that I'm not familiar of. And the tournament series is just going to be really special.
Now, what if you're one of these outlier teams that maybe participates in an NYS, but it maybe wants to dip their toe in the water with this league? What do they need to do?
Well, the first thing they need to do is reach out. We need to have a conversation, because we're not just about adding teams. We don't need to have 500 teams. We want good football. We want good families. We want good athletes, good coaches. And that allows us to really build a great product and platform. But if you are a newer team, or it's your first year of coming together, we are going to have the rookie division. And the rookie division will be for these teams that are maybe just getting involved in football to play currently the current format that we have now, which still allows us to get kids on the field, which is what we're all about. And then you can work your way up to the tournament series. But the first thing to do, Vince, is reach out, cross the line. There's no reason to sit around anymore just waiting for where's the competition going to be. If you are the competition, if you are the teams that want to play, come help us change Arizona football. Come be a part of this program. We will listen, we will build, and we'll do something special together, Vince.
What will be different for these new teams coming in by joining NYFCA?
It's just the environment. It's just the culture. It's our organization. It's our communication. It's our platform. But we will still give the full schedule out. The entire season will be posted in advance. All of our online software is in place, digital check-ins. And then, of course, we have the game of the week. We have the live streaming. We have so much more to come. And we're really going to, again, continue to always lead with our organizations, putting our families, our volunteers, our coaches first, because it's about you guys. This doesn't exist without you guys, and that's going to be our constant message. We're going to change how we do football here in Arizona.
Exciting stuff, and a great mid-season kind of recap and wish list. What I want to do is I want to talk about, you mentioned family, so in our next segment, I want to transition to a couple of families that had a chance to that I had a chance to visit with over the last couple of days. It was a lot of fun, and more importantly, it wasn't just families. These are families that are 120% all in. I mean, I talked to Coach Dominic Davis of the AZ Suns, his wife, their son. Their son plays on Coach Davis's team, so that was pretty exciting to kind of get their perspective. It was kind of funny, too. Yeah. The other thing was Coach Lanzarato of the Southwest Stampede, his wife, and their son, who also happens to play on Coach Lanzarato's team. So we got two perspectives, very similar, but a little bit different as well, from not just families whose kids are in this league participating on these league teams, but they are coaching this league. They are team moms in this league. So I look forward we look forward to bringing them back after the break and getting their perspective, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because it can't just be always on the field. You know, it's great that you had an opportunity to speak to our families.
Yeah.
We can really see what everyone's really about, and I'm excited to see the interviews as well, Vince.
All right, so stick around after the break. Thank you so much for joining us here on NYFCA TV this week, and when we come back, the Davis family and the Lanzarato family. We'll be right back. Thousands of athletic teams depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Their goal is twofold. First, to equip athletic teams to meet those goals by raising more money in less time and providing the very best technology through their digital platform. Their job is to take the fundraising off the coach's plate and guide them through steps that are proven to get results every time. How easy? There are teams raising over $50,000 in just an hour. It starts with one call to Adrenaline, 602-999-1845. Welcome back, guys. So we are joined by the AZ Suns family. And when I say family, I mean family. I'm talking about Coach Dominic Davis. I'm talking about Lauren Davis, mom. I'm talking about son, Jadam Davis, that plays on the team. So we got the Davis family. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hello, we're fine. How are you?
Oh, we're great. Thank you so much. So I want to start off by asking both of you, and either of you can take this question. It doesn't matter. But, some parents
encourage their kids to get involved in sports. Some kind of push their kids into sports. So how did it start with Jadam?
Well, it started with Jadam because just growing up, we seen that he was going to be a big kid in size and height and weight. So just pretty much just wanted him to be active to keep his weight fluctuated, and he actually ended up liking it. And it was something that we enjoy watching. So, and it was cute at the time for sure. So, and we just basically kept it going.
Okay. All right. Jadam, what do you like the most about playing on the AZ Suns?
I like the team and I like my football teammates.
Ah, you like your teammates. So you guys are like brothers out there, huh? You're really close and you rely on each other. You guys are buds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. All right. Well, Coach Davis, what's the relationship like with the other parents? Because, you're a coach, but you're also a dad.
Oh, the parents love me. They love the team mom.
Come
All
on.
the parents get along.
Really?
They pretty much get along. They conversate with us. They love the on and off field of me.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
Okay. All right. Because you're a pretty confident guy. So when you say that, it's kind of funny to hear it. But I've seen the other parents around you, and yeah, I think they do truly love you because you put your heart and soul into the team, and I'd want you coaching my kids too. So because of that. So all right. Well, here's another question that I have for both of you. What would you say to other parents that are thinking about coaching the teams that their kids play on? Because that's tough.
It is tough. It is tough because it's basically you look at it as you have to do home and then you have to do team things. So it's definitely a balance. I do think that the parents are comfortable with having us. It seems like once we came in that they were pretty satisfied with how we ran things or anything. So, and they support a lot for sure.
So is there anything, knowing what you know now, if I were to say, you know what, hey, Lauren, Coach Dom, I want to start coaching my own team and I want my son to play for me. What kind of things would you say, hey, watch for this or do this? What kind of advice would you give me?
It's all about the structure. That's the first thing. Get your parents brought in and have them loving the game. Let them know at the beginning of practice, beginning of tryouts, what it's going to be, how it's going to be, and what, follow this and just let us lead the way.
Wow.
That's also about the finances too. Make sure that they're ready
there we go. Okay.
To have the money to come out of pocket for it for sure.
Yes. So I could
time.
Say again?
It's a lot of dedication and time.
Okay. So I can tell you guys are a good balance because, Coach Davis is the one that's out there with kind of the lofty goals and the dreams, and then kind of, Lauren Davis kind of keeps everyone grounded, right? Because,
exactly.
It's finances and it's practicality and making sure you're not getting in too deep in things either. So you guys are a great balance. You're a great family, and I really enjoy talking to you. And thank you so much for your time. Jadam, good luck this week.
Thank you.
All right. You guys have a great night, and back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thousands of athletic teams depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Their goal is twofold. First, to equip athletic teams to meet those goals by raising more money in less time and providing the very best technology through their digital platform. Their job is to take the fundraising off the coach's plate and guide them through steps that are proven to get results every time. How easy? There are teams raising over $50,000 in just an hour. It starts with one call to Adrenaline, 602-999-1845 or adrenalinefundraising.com.
Welcome back, guys. So we are joined by a special family. We're joined by the Lanzarato family, and they are with the Southwest Stampede. And we have Coach Sean. We've got his wife, Nicole, and then we have their son that also plays on the team, Cade Lanzarato. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right. All right. So you guys are on the practice field. So I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, let's talk about how you encourage your kids, or how we encourage our kids as parents to participate. How did you get Cade involved? I mean, without exactly pushing him too hard.
I believe it started in flag. So we got him in football I think he was 5 years old. Started out in flag just to start getting the movement of football, fundamentals as far as flag is concerned. And when we knew he was ready to make that jump to tackle, that's when we decided to go ahead and start. I put the adult stampede on hold and started focusing on the youth. And that's when my oldest boy and Cade ended up starting to play football and started getting padded up and get that helmet on. So as far as encouraging them, it was always about support. I'm sure Nicole and I, we want to support all three of our kids. And, once they had the passion for football and they loved it, it was a lot easier for us just to have them, join the sport and continue playing the game. And it was really easy on our part as far as them joining the game of football and because they just loved it as much as I did. So
Nate.
I think mainly too because we had the adult stampede for quite some time. They were practically on the football field since birth, more or less.
Wow.
So they've just been saturated with the sport so much that for them, to pick a sport to start playing, it was an automatic. That's what I want to do because they saw dad playing, they saw dad coaching.
Yeah.
Mom out there on the sideline helping out with the team, that kind of stuff. It was just an automatic choice.
Nate. Well, I'd like to ask Cade a question. Cade, what do you like most about your team?
Most about the team is that all the friends are like helping.
Yeah. So you guys play as a team. You guys are really close. You guys are really good buddies and stuff. So neat. Well, here's another question, maybe for Coach Sean. So what's it like having to treat all these kids the same that are out there, knowing that one of them goes home with you at night?
There's this whole saying about daddy ball, and I try to separate myself from that for that reason. When Cade or my oldest boy, they address me as coach out there, not dad. And so I treat everybody the same. All those kids that join our team, I treat them as they're my own. I try to mold them into the player that they could be. And I just try to separate that whole thing with dad and coach, and my boys know about it. And that's how I kind of get through that. But all the boys, I tell them all the time, they're family to me, and they're all my kids out there once we get on the field.
Awesome. Okay, last question. Nicole, what's being the team mom and being so involved out there every night at practice, what's your relationship with the other parents?
We have a very tight-knit team, and that goes from all the way from 6U to 8th grade. We are, some of the kids go to school together, so a lot of our families are, together not only on the practice field during games, but we're, going to lunch together. Our kids are spending the night at each other's houses, so it extends beyond just a Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, 2-hour a week type of thing. We really, like Sean said, the boys are really our kids, extended families. But that also goes, with their siblings, their parents, grandparents even. We have kids that call other grandparents Mimi and Papa or whatever, and they're not even blood related just because we're that, that close.
Wow, that's awesome. So, all right, so the Southwest Stampede family, we've got Coach Sean Lanzarato, Cade Lanzarato, and Nicole Lanzarato. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you this weekend, and good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Cade.
Thousands of athletic teams depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Their goal is twofold. First, to equip athletic teams to meet those goals by raising more money in less time and providing the very best technology through their digital platform. Their job is to take the fundraising off the coach's plate and guide them through steps that are proven to get results every time. How easy? There are teams raising over $50,000 in just an hour. It starts with one call to Adrenaline, 602-999-1845 or adrenalinefundraising.com. All right, welcome back to NYFCAtv. So that was a lot of fun talking to the families, talking to the Davis family, talking to the Lanzarado family. What I want to do is let's pivot briefly and talk a little bit about our surroundings, our venue, so to speak. So we are, and all season long, we have been broadcasting our show from Mavericks here in Scottsdale. Jason, talk a little about Mavericks, about Octane. You see the commercials, and a little bit about our friend Scott Sanders.
Yeah, man. Again, Scott's been a dear friend of mine. His whole family, they're just really amazing. And, you know, they bring that family culture to this venue. So when you come to Mavericks, when you come to Octane, it's pure fun. The staff greet you with a smile. They know you by first name.
They don't know my name.
It's just an awesome
yeah, I'll get
spot.
there someday.
And look at us. Here we are in
Yeah.
spring, where I think there might be snow back east still, but this is just a gorgeous outside venue.
Yeah.
They got outside ping pong, 300-inch LED screen,
Wow.
full stadium. I mean, it's just a great venue, and the food here is pretty good also.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, and we've shown kind of clips and shots from all the activities indoor. Talk about the bowling. I mean, people who knew bowling was so cool.
Bowling is super cool, and they do have that arcade game that goes on the ground. But what's awesome is that for mom and dad, you guys can really enjoy some drinks and some good food in Mavericks. Why, if you need to, bring the little guys over and get some racing in over at Octane. You can, like, we're right here in between both venues, and you can walk right in between them. It's pretty cool.
So,
it's pretty cool.
Big thank you to Scott Sanders,
Thank
who's
you.
celebrating a birthday today.
Oh
by the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
How old is he?
We're gonna leave that one off the
Okay.
record, because I want to look out for my boy. But
Yeah, there you go.
Happy birthday, Scott.
Happy
we
birthday,
appreciate
Scott.
you, brother.
Thank you so much, and thank you for accommodating us. Now, let's talk about the game of the week, because this is the segment now where we transition into the game of the week. Stampede Suns.
Man. Woo! I gotta get my Ric Flair
Little
in,
Ric
man. God, football is such an emotional game. There's so much. It's like organized chaos.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this game. I mean, I feel, again, we were talking about our early segment, how grateful NYFCA is for our team, our coaches, our players. We by far have the strongest 8U division in the state. I'll put that out there, man. These guys know how to play football. I'm just grateful for those teams that came over. But, this is 1 and 2. These are our two heavyweights, 8U. And you know what I constantly hear about these two teams, Vince, is that it's how they're coached. They're running like almost high school offenses in the pistol and all of the motion and crossing plays and the blocking schemes. They're playing real football at 8U, and this is what's so great about our sport is they're not just kids, they're young men. They're going to be able to drive in a few years. They're going to be able to potentially go in the military. They could potentially date our daughters in a little bit, So they're young men, and these young men, when they're challenged, and this is what's the beauty of tackle football, is you can challenge athletes to do things they previously thought they couldn't do, and when they achieve it, the product you get is what we're going to see this Sunday at the game of the week.
I'm still amazed. I look at these kids, these 8-year-old kids, these 6-year-old kids that are playing on the same 100-yard field that high schools, that colleges, that professionals play on. That's a lot of running for those little legs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, especially when they break free on a long run and score. That's like a marathon.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It's impressive. But this is going to be the game of the week for the ages. There's two of the best in the state of Arizona at 8U, and I love these coaches. Coach Lanzarado's a bit more of a laid-back kind of guy, but he still has a quiet intensity about him. Coach Davis, puts a big smile on my face because this guy is so bold with his predictions, and he backs it up. He backs it up 99.9999999% of the time.
And you know what? Both of them have, great character, great integrity, because I see stuff that's happening on social media. The one thing I want to compliment on is, even though they're super competitive, even though on the field there's no friends on that 53 1/3 by 100, I can promise you that. But when the game is over and the emotions settle down, Coach Dominic's the first one to reach out. Coach Lanzarato's the first one to reach out. They are about the game. Both phenomenal organizations, and super excited, especially since I believe from our other interview with Dominic, or Coach Dominic, this group, his 8U team, they've never been beaten.
They've never lost.
They've never lost. So the target's on their back, and I know Southwest Stampede wants a little piece of that, and it's going to be a game.
We're going to show highlights of another game, and that other game actually
is the AZ Bandits and the Levine,
which was a 10U game.
Which is our 10U game.
The 10U game of the week, the AZ Bandits and the Levine Scorpions, which was another good game and a good matchup, I should say. So we'll see that. But let's also talk about the games that didn't make it on stream this week. Saturday, what other games were played?
Yeah, we had X Factor and Southwest Stampede.
Okay.
We were at what we're trying to do is we're trying to build what we can do in our processes. So we're playing now at multiple fields versus just all the games at one field.
Yeah.
And another great contest. Southwest Stampede, we've talked about this, is a younger team, but they show up every week, and I'm starting to see kids make better plays, and they're not quitting and they're fighting. But X Factor is, you're starting to see what Coach Perry was talking about in the beginning of the season, what these young athletes are doing and developing, and they're really starting to execute. I'm going to talk about a few weeks down the road, but not this upcoming week is week 7. But week 8, we got the Firebirds and the X Factors coming together, which will be our game of the week, and that will be for the 1 seed going into playoffs. So super excited to see that game, because I know there's a lot of build-up for it. Right after that game, we went with the Tempe Town Bad Boys and the AZ Bandits. Again, the Tempe Town Bad Boys is a younger team, but they're starting to get better. I mean, they're starting to make plays on defense. They were cracking out there. I mean, even one of the police officers that's at our facility even drove up to me, and he asked the ages of these kids, because you could hear the pads cracking. So they were hitting. But the AZ Bandits are highly organized, highly efficient. They had some great players on that team that can get the job done. And it was another great game on a Saturday at one of our local high schools at NYFCA.
Awesome. Okay, folks, enjoy the game of the week. We'll see you back here in a few. Thousands of athletic teams depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Their goal is twofold. First, to equip athletic teams to meet those goals by raising more money in less time and providing the very best technology through their digital platform. Their job is to take the fundraising off the coach's plate and guide them through steps that are proven to get results every time. How easy? There are teams raising over $50,000 in just an hour. It starts with one call to Adrenaline, 602-999-1845 or adrenalinefundraising.com.
Everything you've ever told yourself, every form of resistance, every fight you've ever battled, every problem that you've ever had, we've got the solution for it. It starts with you.
practice this week that you're implementing in the game? Anything specific?
Really, I mean, we tried a couple things, couple offensive sets that we want to come out and roll out this time. We already played them one time, so we want to switch it up a little bit. But we're just gonna do what we do, and we just got to execute on the field.
Thank you, Coach.
Awesome. Okay, thanks for that, Eric. So takeaways from that, Sammy. Obviously, these guys, Coach Lanzarato takes nothing for granted. Needs to execute. Needs to get his team ready to go, and hopefully they'll have a good showing today.
Yep, and something he mentioned, these two teams have already played this season, and something that he said I think is going to be very important is showing those new offensive sets that they have come up with in practice just to change the game script out of this one. They lost last time. They played the Suns, and obviously hoping for a different outcome in this game.
Perfect. Okay, so while we're waiting for Eric to get set up with Suns coach Dom Davis, we're going to take another break. Thanks again for joining us here on the NYFCA Game of the Week. Vincent Sammy here, joined by, well, our crew. And we're grateful that everybody's up here working today and ready to go and to deliver the best possible product we can on our end. The kids and the coaches and families will take care of themselves down on the field, and it's just a matter of us making sure that we deliver on our end as well. And we'll be right back after the break.
What's the thing that you guys need to do most to get this win today for you guys?
Cute. Don't take off no plays and kick their butt.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Eric, thanks so much. And Sammy, wow. So once again, Coach Davis doesn't disappoint with his predictions and talking about his team. Should make for an exciting game, a lot of fun. We're going to take it down and get the coin toss, waiting for the team captains to go out on the field. All right, there you have it. Suns will receive the opening kickoff, and we're going to have the national anthem here. All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back, and here we go. The Suns are set to receive, and it's going to be a great one. A lot of fun. I love getting on the mic. It's great. It's great doing some outreach and talking to people and thanking them for being here and just having a great time in general. So we'll make for a great game today. Looking forward to it. Here we go. And the ball is kicked, little squibber, right to the middle of the field. And we don't have a jersey number for that young man, 42 on the Suns, but Suns will have it. 1st and 10 to start the game right at midfield on the 50.
Yeah, not bad field position to start here for the Suns.
Okay. Quarterback of the Suns is number 2, Andre Martin. Excuse me, 21. Sorry, folks. O.J. Myers. Myers under center. Full house backfield. Myers in the quick give. Right at the middle of the field, gaining a couple of yards, is running back Braylon Brandon. Name should sound familiar, Sammy. Braylon had a breakout game, was our game MVP a couple of weeks back. 2nd down, gain of about 2. These backs, it usually takes them a couple plays to really get going, get a feel for the game, the vibe, and once they get that vision and start to look for those cutback lanes, look out. Myers under center. Tight set. Receivers in wing formation. Myers. Sprint out left, takes it around the corner, can't quite get the corner, is stopped after a gain of about another, call it 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6.
And he took a big hit on that play. He's a bit slow to get up. There was a slight play action on that play, but I think it was a keeper the whole way.
Offense coming up. And Myers shook it off, gets back under center. I formation. Double tight end set. Myers under center. And on the reverse play is Brandon, finds a lane and squirts ahead for a couple of more yards. They'll be short of the first by about 4 yards. It'll be 4th and 4. And it doesn't look like a punter is coming out onto the field, so Suns will go for it.
And actually, as you said it, I actually noticed O.J. Myers is still on the sideline over there for the Suns. It's actually number 23, Terry Williams.
Okay.
Font on these jerseys are making it a bit
Yeah,
difficult.
a little suspect there, but okay. Thank you very much. So Williams under center now. Myers, who's being tended to on the sideline. Williams, the quick give to the fullback, bounces off a player, finds another lane, and on the carry is number 11, and that is Tremarion Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker got stuffed right at the line. He did a good job to find some extra yardage there, but still comes up a couple yards short of that first down.
And turning it over on downs, the Stampede now will have a shot at it. Quarterback for the Stampede is number 33, Cade Lanzarato. If that name sounds familiar, that's because he is the coach's son. But he's actually a pretty good player. He is, believe me, there is no favoritism here. He is a solid player. Lanzarato, the quick give, and going down right away was the running back, and I did not get a jersey number.
And we'll get a chance to see those new offensive sets that head coach Sean Lanzarato was talking about pregame. And also on the defensive side, that play, execution and not taking plays off for the Suns.
2 receivers split out left, 2 right, 2-by-2 set. Lanzarato shotgun formation. Hauser in motion. Lanzarato just keeps it around left, finds a lane inside, and manages to move ahead for a couple, gaining some of what they lost on the previous play. It'll be 3rd down.
Had some motion action on that play from left to right. Didn't seem to throw off the Suns too much, though.
Third down and long. Lanzarato, shotgun formation, 2-by-2 set, single back in the backfield.
Receiver once again in motion. The give on the jet sweep to Hauser. Hauser around right. Gets the first down and then some. Finally brought down, pushed out of bounds. And the Stampede with the big gainer there going to Old Reliable. Number 31, Lennon Hauser.
Yep, and Hauser, he was that same player who was in motion the play before, and that time they just went right to him. Found a lot of room on that right side. Big gain for the Stampede early on. Maybe those new offensive sets working.
1st and 10. Ball is on the 33-yard line of the Suns. Coach Davis out on the field giving some instruction to his defense. And Coach Lanzarato deep in the backfield. Team breaks the huddle, comes up. 3-by-1 set. Lanzarato, the quarterback, shotgun formation. Lanzarato back to pass. Quick pass off. And down at the line of scrimmage, the receiver on the right side.
Yeah, there were a lot of bodies over there. Wasn't able to get a number on that.
Yes.
But it looked like it was number 23, Terry Williams, the defensive back that time, made a great play out there on the edge. Nice open field tackle.
Second down on the play.
Bit of a bunch formation here for the Stampede.
And going around the left end, couple of yards on the gain, nearly the first. You get a jersey number on that, Sammy?
I wasn't able to. I was the defender on that play. The offensive player found some room on that left side. Excuse me, referee making the call there. He found some room on the left side, and he got absolutely stuck by Braylon Brandon, number 6 for the Suns. And actually a penalty will back the Stampede up for a 2nd and long. Looks like it is almost 2nd and 25 here. Backed up almost to midfield.
Lanzarato, shotgun formation. And the turnaround around left end. Takes it along the sideline, stays in, and he's gone. Number 33, Cade Lanzarato with the touchdown, and the Stampede strike first.
How about that? Once he caught the edge, he was gone there. Just a little fake to the back. Quarterback keeper and some good blocking out there. I wasn't able to find some numbers for the receivers, but some excellent blocking on the edge by the Stampede. Looks like a warning is issued by the official. Not sure for what.
Okay. So the Stampede leads 6-0. And with the extra point attempt, we'll put them up if they can convert here in the first quarter.
And they'll go for 2 here.
Not able to convert on that play. The Suns defense steps up in a big way, stuffs it, and however, the Stampede will maintain a 6-0 lead. Thanks so much for joining us on the NYFCA TV Game of the Week. We will be right back after the break.
And the Suns clearly expecting some type of squib or onside.
Nice kick over the top. Not able to hang on to it, but picks it up. Number 0 on the return for the Suns.
Kuron Cadigan takes it along the left sideline. Still up, finally forced out of bounds.
He made the first Stampede defender miss back at about his own 45 and got all the way down that left sideline. A return of about 30.
Suns will have it 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line, call it the 22 of the Stampede after that amazing, electrifying return by Cadigan. Coming under center is O.J. Myers, who's back in the game. And it looks like we may have had one too many players in the game, so all right, here we go. Myers under center, full house backfield. Myers, the quick turnaround give to Cadigan, who's still on his feet. Still going. And he's in for the Suns touchdown. Wow.
Yeah, that was impressive. He broke a couple tackles in the backfield, picked up some nice blocks on the near sideline here. The Suns tie it up just like that.
Just like that. Amazing. And they do it so well. Now, just a reminder here, the kicks count as 2. The extra point attempts with the offense count as 1. So on the carry is 23, who gets in and converts. The Suns lead 7-6.
Thank you for that clarification, Vince.
That was Terry Williams. Well, the key thing is, just do your job. That's what it's all about. Everybody's got to do their own job, and everything should be okay. All right, after the squib, we'll see if it went far enough. Actually rolled out of bounds, so the official will throw his hanky in the air. Cade Lanzarato, shotgun formation. 2-by-1 set. Lanzarato sprints out to his right, tries to get around the defense, throws, finds a receiver all alone along the sideline, completes the pass, beautiful pass, and pushed out of bounds, but not before getting the first down. That was Lennon Hauser. Lanzarato in the shotgun, single back in the backfield. Lanzarato keeps it, sprints out to his left, tries to find a lane, gives a stiff arm, gets around the corner, continues to run, finally forced out of bounds by Brandon. And here we go. Pistol formation. Lanzarato starts the cadence, gets the snap, and gives it off around the right on the carry. For the Stampede, looks to be number 18, Jason Herrera. And just like that, folks, first quarter comes to an end. Thanks so much for joining us. The Suns lead the Stampede 7-6. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks, and here we go. Start of the second quarter, and just like that, wow! It's already this game is flying by, but it's intense. It's not one-sided like we've seen the last couple weeks. So kudos to my broadcast partner for the NYFCAtv show, Jason Hirsch, for masterminding the scheduling this week, and great game. All right, here we go. Lanzarato, the quick pass out in the edge, and it is slightly overthrown through the hands of Hauser. It'll be third down.
Yeah, not sure how much room Hauser would have had over there. Number 23, Terry Williams for the Suns, was all over it.
Obvious passing down, but then again, I've been wrong before, but it's based on the formation. It's a passing down. Lanzarato back to pass, sprints out to his right, evading the rush, trying to stay on his feet, does, and can't quite round the corner, is taken out at the sideline, late hit out of bounds. Little momentum shift there, and unfortunately, Jadam Davis, who is coach's son on the other side. Takes out the coach's son on the Stampede side.
Yeah, it looks like they'll just move it up a couple yards
Yeah.
and give it to him.
4th and 1.
Yeah.
Here we go. Lanzarato, shotgun formation, split backs. Receiver split out wide. Snap. And the give. Around corner. Goes Hauser. Stretches ahead. We'll see if he got the first. And he did. First down, Stampede. As I said, 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line. Lanzarato back to pass. Scrambling. Elects to keep it. Oh, he passes into the end zone and ends up through the hands of the receiver. Incomplete. Receiver split out wide. Lanzarato and the jet sweep to Hauser. Hauser trying to stretch out the offense to get a lane, ends up going down. Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd down. Correction, pistol set, and Lanzarato, the give to the deep back. That's Hauser. Hauser finds a lane, gets a couple more, and manages to stretch the defense to the right. Nearly gets in. But he does get enough for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
And again, just a quick fake to the halfback, quarterback keeper. There was a lot of space over here on the near sideline.
Excuse me, yeah, the fake and the quarterback keeper, as you said. So that was Lanzarato. Nearly gets in. He was just shy. Ball will be 1st and goal on the 2. Stick around through half, folks. Obviously, we'll be joined once again by Eric Newman down on the sideline. Be joined by Coach Davis going in at the half, and then Coach Lanzarato coming back out at the end of halftime. Here we go. Pistol set, tight bunch. Hauser gets stopped, and he bounces off. Bounces off, second effort, little closer, gets to about the 6-inch line.
Will come out in that same formation.
Tight bunch set, pistol formation. The give once again to Hauser. Pushing the pile. Ball gets stripped, but it looks like it was after the fact, after the official marked it down on momentum. Receivers out just a bit wider now, trying to spread the defense, and the direct snap to Lanzarato takes around the corner. He's finally in for the Stampede touchdown.
Nice move there. He got Cadigan thinking he was going to stretch it out to the edge. He just cut it right upfield. Nice job there by Lanzarato.
Stampede now up 12-7 over the Suns. Receivers out wide. Lanzarato gets the cadence, sprints out to his right, evades the rush, throws the ball in the air and right through the outstretched hands of the receiver on the play. See if we get a jersey number down there.
Yeah, I can't really get a jersey number.
Looks like number 12, and that is Rylan LaGreco. Welcome back, folks, and ball is kicked and landed on by the Suns, number 11 on that play. Myers under center. Myers, the quick give to the fullback, squirting through, finding a lane, still going for the first down is Tucker. Myers under center. Full house backfield to give once again. This time, the give to Cadigan, who eludes a couple of defenders, gaining a few more yards. Call it gain of 4 on the play. Give to the right halfback, around left, and is stopped short for a loss. The marvels of the 8U division, along with that Stampede team, two of the very best here in the state of Arizona. Myers decides to keep it himself, around the right, takes a shot right at the line of scrimmage, delivering that blow for no gain, and the flag flies.
But instead of it being 4th and manageable, now it's almost 4th and a little bit longer than 4th and 15.
There we go. Myers looks to pass, does. Nearly intercepted, and that's a play they've worked on a lot in practice. But normally, they convert it in practice, and it's a whole other thing to do it in a game, especially against a defense as potent as the Stampede. Welcome back, folks, and Stampede, as I said, have it 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line, middle of the field. Lanzarado, and we had some movement prior to.
Dead ball, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
There we go.
Yeah, and that's one where so many players move on the offense. They'll just go ahead and give that false start to the entirety of the offense rather than name a number. We'll see Stampede here, an opportunity to make it a 2-possession game.
3-by-1 set. 1st down and 5. Excuse me, 1st down and 15. Lanzarado back to pass, lets it rip, and overthrows his receiver. He's got quite an arm. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10. Ball's on the 50. Back to pass is Lanzarado, scrambling. Lets it go, and it's caught.
Wow.
The pass is caught for another Stampede 1st down. That time, Lanzarado starts his cadence, gets the ball, settles back, can't evade the rush, loses the football, ends up on the ground, and the official will call it an incomplete pass. Wow. Willie.
That's the end of the 1st half.
Ah, okay, so it's halftime.
So it was good when you were on this side of the numbers, but then when we did the interview, they were standing on the numbers or on that side. We told them to scoop back, and there was nothing.
So you told him to come forward, and
We told them to scoop back this way because they were too far out on the field, and that it didn't work. Because where you were when you were doing it.
Ball is on the 28-yard line. 3-by-1 set. Shotgun formation. Give to Hauser. Hauser on the dive play. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe one yard. Maybe 2 yards on the gain. Pistol formation. Lanzarato gives off. Once again, right up the middle. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down. And Lanzarato around the corner gets maybe another yard. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that was just a quarterback keeper the whole way. Number 30, Eli Guerrero, running back, was out there in space trying to give his quarterback as much help as he could, but only able to pick up a couple. And the Suns have an opportunity to start with some good field position here.
And on 4th down, we'll see if, well, it's obvious there's no punter out on the field, but.
Timeout. Defense, that's their first of the half.
Welcome back here to some NYFCA football. Got the Stampede and the Suns here. 4th down now, about 4th and 7 for the Stampede. It was just a straight give to the quarterback, and he's just standing there. Oh, he takes a big hit from number 0 on the Suns. That is Kieran Cadigan. No flag on the play. The ball came loose. Whistles are blowing. And the officials will come together. I'm not sure what was going on that play. It was just a direct snap to the quarterback of the Stampede, and he just kind of stood there. The entire Suns coaching staff yelling at their defense to tackle him, and he took a big hit. Didn't even really see it coming. And clearly some confusion. And it looks like they will just replay 4th down. 4th and 7 here for the Stampede. That was odd. But we will move forward in the game. And it looks like it was meant to be a punt. It was a direct snap. And a pretty solid punt. It's back at the 35, muffed by the Suns returner. And he is going to be stopped at the, the 31-yard line.
Here all day. Fun.
And it looks like that is O.J. Myers back at quarterback. He'll hand it off to Cadigan, trying to find some room down that far sideline. He'll pick up about 4 on that play. Decent pickup on 1st down. We'll bring up a 2nd and 6 here. It looks like they'll get sent. Myers under center. He'll hand it off. It looks like that is to number 6. That's Braylon Brandon, and he is stopped in the backfield. Let's get a number for that young man for the Stampede. He made an excellent stop out in open space. Excuse me, I can't quite get a number. It looks like it is 24, Jeremiah Smith. I apologize if I get that wrong to the Stampede fans watching. But we'll see. Both these teams have elected to keep the ball on the ground in a 3rd and long situation. Myers will take the snap and roll out to his right. Avoids the first and gets a big block from number 23. That's Terry Williams. And a Stampede defender is down. Myers, though, was unable to find anything down that far sideline and actually lost a few more on that play. It'll bring up a 4th and looks like about 14 here as members from the Stampede coaching staff head onto the field to attend to their injured player. A matchup between the two top teams here in this 8U division. And that time it was actually number 24, Jeremiah Smith, who walked off the field under his own power. That's always a good sign, but he did take a big hit on that. And it looks like the Suns will come out here in a punt formation. Stampede, 2 returners back. The Suns punter will take it in. Bit of a high punt, and Stampede returner was able to get away from 1, but as more Suns players get down there, they will wrap him up at about the, looks like the 42-yard line. And the Stampede, they'll take that snap, handoff. Looks like it is to Hauser. He will not find anything. He was probing down that right side, but just some excellent defense from the Suns here. And again, as the game goes on, these drives will become more important for the Suns as they need to get that offense back out onto the field. Down by 5 here.
Test the microphone. This is the microphone test. Test. Test.
Excuse us.
Check.
And now the Stampede backed up onto their side of the field at the 49-yard line. Quarterback takes the snap. It's a different quarterback back there. Oh, what a throw and what a catch there. For a pickup of about, looks like 13 yards. That was a throw from number 12, Rylan LaGreco. And I will get a number for that receiver out there as soon as I can. That was an excellent play made out there. LaGreco just kind of lofted it up there in some one-on-one coverage and allowed his receiver to go make a play on it. And as we've kind of mentioned here, both teams not really putting the ball in the air, but they absolutely can if they choose to do so. Brings up about a 3rd and 4 play here for the Stampede. Another bunch set here. Greco, high snap, he handles it though, rolling out to his right. Nice throw in the air. Is the catch made? No, it will pop loose once he hits the floor. And again, some words between the players after the play. Looks like that was to number 8 on the Stampede, Jackson Johnson. Made a heck of an effort out there to come down with it, but unable once he hit the turf. 2 receivers split out to the near sideline. 1 to the far side. Split tailbacks here. Quick handoff, looks like it is to Hauser. He'll look to get the edge on the right side. He will be unable to, though. Brought down. It's number 6 for the Suns, Braylon Brandon. He's been all over the field, both on offense and defense for the Suns. And the Suns will take over, looks like at their own 42-yard line. And we'll take a quick break here. Thank you for watching this NYFCA action. Quarterback for the Suns. It actually looks like it was a Wildcat formation. It's number 6, Brandon. Try his best to get a few. Looks like he will pick up a couple yards on that first down play. Just a straight snap and keeper for him. Excuse me, he is a bit slow to get up on that play, but he will walk it off and stay on the field. And it looks like an official's timeout will be called. They're just going to check in on Braylon Brandon and make sure he's all right. and it looks like the officials are going to have this Suns coaching staff take a look and make sure Brandon is okay. Looks like number 13, Perrion Reed, will come onto the field, and O.J. Myers is back to take the snaps for the Suns. He'll take the snap. He looks left, throws it. Unable to connect with number 23, Terry Williams. Some excellent coverage that time. I believe it was number 26, Bentley Robinson, and I apologize. Bentley Robinson had an excellent tackle just a short time ago, and I mixed him up with number 24, Jeremiah Smith. But Robinson playing some excellent defense as we get into the later stages of the game. Excuse us, we have been having some issues here with the officials' mic, but and the Suns here, 3rd and about 7. Snap to Brandon, he's back in the game. Throws a stiff arm, looking to get the edge on that left side, unable to. And it is Lennon Hauser, an excellent tackle. They will lose about a yard on that play. It'll bring up a 4th and long, 4th and 8 here for the Suns. And that play looked like it was broken from the start. Bad snap, and Brandon just tried his best to pick up, or at least get back to the line of scrimmage, unable to that time. We'll see Myers getting the signs from the sideline. 2 receivers out to the far sideline, 1 to the near sideline. 1 tailback is Myers, rolls out to his right, under pressure. He'll elude it, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and is actually able to pick up a few more yards, but not enough to pick up the first down. Looks like he came up about 4 yards short of that first down marker, and the Stampede will take over again in plus territory. Looks like it'll be marked on the Suns' 48-yard line. We'll take another quick break here.
Here, let's go to the 50.
All right, guys, we're going to go down to Coach Lanzarato, who is joined by Eric Newman.
Can you speak into the mic?
Test.
One more time. 1, 2, 3. Test. All right, we can hear you perfectly.
Eric, take it away.
All right, you got.
Stampede won the game, Coach. How proud are you of the way your defense played in that second half?
Man, defense played lights out. They held them all second half, and I can't be more proud of my guys on defense. They showed up to play.
What does it mean to get a win over this Suns team? They're a quality opponent.
Yeah, they've been good for a long time, and the AU squad is I mean, they're talented kids. But we had the right mindset this week at practice, and we came and we could beat them. They only beat us by a touchdown last time, so I knew we had a chance to beat them.
When you got that last 4th down stop, big stop there, did you have to tell the kids anything, or did you just kind of let them go?
No, Coach Reggie on defense, our defensive coordinator, he got those boys right, and we just had to make stops. These kids can stiff arm like no other, and we had to tell them to chop them down and take their legs out. So,
congratulations, Coach. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thousands of athletic teams depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Their goal is twofold. First, to equip athletic teams to meet those goals by raising more money in less time and providing the very best technology through their digital platform. Their job is to take the fundraising off the coach's plate and guide them through steps that are proven to get results every time. How easy? There are teams raising over $50,000 in just an hour. It starts with one call to Adrenaline, 602-999-1845 or adrenalinefundraising.com. Welcome back to NYFCAtv. Jason, that was quite a game of the week. Those were amazing highlights. Final score of the game of the week, 12-7. It was all, well, I don't want to say it was all Stampede. It was a lot of Stampede, a little bit of Suns.
You know, wow. That's all I have to say is what a great game. Southwest Stampede had an early touchdown. And then the Suns did fight back, got back down the end zone, and then but it felt that the Stampede almost played a perfect game on both sides of the ball, and you know, the Suns got in a little bit of trouble, couldn't really execute too much on offense. Defense had held strong pretty much once the game kind of slowed down. I think everyone settled in because there wasn't much scoring like there was, you know, last time, but it was man, God, that was a great game.
AZ, the second game, the 10U game of which we had the highlights for, AZ Bandits and Levine Scorpions. It was all Bandits. It was a big game for both teams, but 47-0.
Yeah. AZ Bandits came and showed why they're a top 10U team. We'll be grateful to have you guys in the fall, but they're big. They're big boys, and they can play some football.
Okay, let's pivot back to that game of the week, Stampede and Suns. So we had a player of the game. That player of the game stood out throughout the game, had some big runs, made some big decisions, had some big passes caught. So there's your clue right there.
Yeah.
He was a quarterback. Who was it?
So our player of the game, and I've loved watching this young man play, is we are going to go Cade Lanzarato, number 33.
Oh, boy.
For the Southwest Stampede.
You had to throw shoes into it.
Hey, you talked about bowling earlier.
Yes, I did.
So we always got to have fun here at NYFCA, right?
Yes, of course.
This young man really elevated for his game. I'm really happy for him. Well-deserved job, young man. And excellent game. Congratulations.
Well, great young man, great family. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, we spoke to them last week. He's very soft-spoken, doesn't like to say a lot, and his dad, you know, gives him a hard time about it, but he lets his play speak for him, and there's a lot of kids in NYFCA that are that way. They play up, and they are big players. Yeah. Let's go to that interview. We did a post-game interview with our Eric Newman on the sideline, post-game with our player of the game, the adrenalinefundraising.com player of the game, Cade Lanzarato.
I'm with the player of the game, Cade Lanzarato. Cade, you scored 2 touchdowns today. How did you feel?
Good.
Tell me, why are you able to break tackles when people are trying to tackle you like that?
So when you run the ball and they're trying to get your legs, you have to like do that, and then you have to keep running.
What does it mean to win against this team today? They're a tough team.
Good, because we just defeated them, and they never lost in their whole career.
And they beat you last time, right? So does it feel like a little bit of revenge to beat them this time?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Great game today.
Thanks.
Thousands of athletic teams depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Their goal is twofold. First, to equip athletic teams to meet those goals by raising more money in less time and providing the very best technology through their digital platform. Their job is to take the fundraising off the coach's plate and guide them through steps that are proven to get results every time. How easy? There are teams raising over $50,000 in just an hour. It starts with one call to Adrenaline, 602-999-1845 or adrenalinefundraising.com.
Junior.
Hit me. Heard somebody said I wasn't poppin'. When they misinformed, I got 100K in my pocket. I be outside, tone carbon with young shooting like hard. Beg your pardon. I just put the paddock on the away. Shout try to take soul away. Beg your pardon. Big body roll, give me road race. Swerving in an Aston Martin. Beg your pardon. First body said I wasn't poppin'. When they misinformed, I got 100K in my pocket. I be outside, toe carpet with them young shooting like hard. Beg your pardon. I just put the paddock on the doorway. Shout try to take soul away. Beg your pardon. Big body roll, give me road race. Swerving in an Aston Martin. Well, if I may speak freely, we gon' get a bag if we need it. Bust it down, flip it, repeat it. Sucker be greedy. We were never playing in the game. If it was, but we lost, we cheated. Hold up, they ain't made a game, you can play on me. I just be praying for these, they pray on me. They got another thing coming home and they gon' see. I got the blessing of an angel every day on me. Okay, cherry. Used to have me where I'm from, tell them bank kid, but they hurt my turf. Word, wonder what's up under my shirt. Wonder why I ain't getting served. You tip.
Thousands of athletic teams depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Their goal is twofold. First, to equip athletic teams to meet those goals by raising more money in less time and providing the very best technology through their digital platform. Their job is to take the fundraising off the coach's plate and guide them through steps that are proven to get results every time. How easy? There are teams raising over $50,000 in just an hour. It starts with one call to Adrenaline, 602-999-1845 or adrenalinefundraising.com.
Everything you've ever told yourself, every form of resistance, every fight you've ever battled, every problem that you've ever had, we've got the solution for it. It starts with you.
Welcome back to NYFCAtv. Okay, Jason, now, this is that point in the show, the concluding segment where we kind of wrap things up. We talk a little bit about what's coming. So we got through this week's Game of the Week, this week's highlights, talked about the families, talked about the mid-season recap, where we are at this point in the season. Let's talk about what's coming the rest of the season. So what do we have next week?
So we are establishing a new relationship with a new high school here in town. So we are going out to the West Valley to support our teams.
I love it.
Yeah, we're going to move the whole operation. We're going out to Buckeye Union High School.
Yeah.
Grateful for their group out there to welcome us and support us on a Sunday. And we got a big game list, man. All our games are going to be on Sunday. We even got as far as we're going Sunday night football.
Sunday night football.
Game of the week, Sunday night football. So,
yes, and it's not going to be Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth.
Could be.
Well,
it's a little bit. It's gonna,
Anyway, but no, it's great. And Coach Kelly Moore out at Buckeye High, great guy, runs the program out there, rejuvenated that program, and it's an amazing school with a lot of history. That the town just celebrated their 100th anniversary this past fall.
Wow.
It's a lot of things going on in Buckeye, and it's a growing community, but it's also been a mainstay of this valley for many years.
Awesome. Well, we'll be excited to be out there, and I'm glad we'll have an opportunity to get our families, a new venue.
Yes. So, Jason, how can anybody get a hold of NYFCA?
Thank you, Vince. Again, we want to get this tournament series off the ground. If we can get teams in early, I can make the schedule and get the schedule out as early as June, to really help build this thing. So please reach out to me through Facebook or Instagram, or you can reach out directly through the website. You can reach me at jason@nyfca.com or hq@nyfca.com. We're really looking forward to hosting all of these great teams that are out here in Arizona. You do have a choice. There is an option. Regardless if you play with us or not, at the end of the day, we want the kids on the field. It's what we're about, and we want the kids out there having a good time, learning the game the way that it should be. But we truly hope you see the value that we bring, how we're trying to elevate the game here in Arizona. by offering the live streaming, the full schedule out, the games of the week, the NFL athlete coin tosses, the national anthems, the academies, the Arizona signing day. We have so much more planned for this upcoming fall. One of the things, Vince, I want to talk about is we're going to be putting a banquet on for this league to help build and create opportunity. And opportunity is what we're also about here at NYFCA as well, where we're going to introduce revenue share opportunities for our organizations, where you'll be able to benefit from the size of NYFCA and what we can do as far as a plethora of options. And we're also going to introduce our off-the-field programs for our fine young men, where we'll introduce academic awards, and we'll introduce community service awards, and we're going to align with other foundations. Just like at the NFL, they have the Walter Payton Award. We're going to have our very own
Jason Hirsch Award?
Not yet, not yet.
Boy.
We'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get
Sign
there.
me up for that one.
But again, it's about creating opportunity and about the kids. And if we can create avenues for them to rise and for things for them to achieve, it just raises the bar for all of us. And we really hope that you believe in us and we believe in you, and together we can change football here in Arizona. So please reach out to us. We'd love to host you and your teams.
Hey, folks, that's another edition of NYFCA TV. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for hearing us out. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in also Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 a.m., which you're a little late now because this thing airs at 10, 9 to 10 a.m. on AM 1060. KDUS Arizona, the Varsity Sports Show. That's my show, and we have a lot of guests that are tied in with NYFCA, and once in a while Jason will call in as well. So thanks again for tuning in. On behalf of my broadcast partner, League Commissioner Jason Hirsch of the NYFCA, my name is Vince DeLisio. See you next week.